So one big topic of discussion people don't talk enough about is visas. So one fact of life is that if you are not from one of the Western countries or one of the developed nations in the world, you will need to have a visa in order to travel here for tourism or business. So India, Brazil, Pakistan, all those countries, you're going to require a visa. And that's not going to change anytime soon. The US has a Visa Waiver Program for about 42 countries like the UK, Sweden, Taiwan. Those countries can get into the US and stay for up to 90 days without a visa. And they don't have to go through any paperwork. What makes it so good, they don't have to do any paperwork, go through interviews. There's no barrier for them just to get on a plane and get here. But if you're from India, you have to get a visa application submitted and get it approved. And that requires a lot of interviews, question application paperwork, um, uh, uh, vetting by the local embassy. So that is the work that's required to come here. And those countries will have to deal with the visas for the next who knows what, especially now in this political climate. You often hear from the hotel industry, hotel executives will often, or travel industry executives will say, hey, we should add more countries to the Visa Waiver Program. US only has 42, but other countries like the UK have over 100 or more. Let's do the same thing. Let's add more countries. They don't say which countries. They won't say India or whatever because it would not go well politically. The reality is, the U.S. has added a few countries already, Israel and Qatar, and they could add more, but they won't add the ones that are the most impactful. And that would be Brazil, India, Argentina. Those countries have a big demand for visas for the U.S., a lot of demand, so much so the U.S. government can't keep up with all the visa applications that they submit. So their wait times to get an application interview can take up to 400 days, over a year in some cases, like India. So that's become a huge demand surge that they're trying to manage right now. And state industry officials are saying, let's just waive them. That's what they're implying. But given the political discussion right now with the presidency, immigration, these countries won't be allowed to come here without a visa. People are nervous about countries from Brazil, Mexico, India, from coming to the U.S. and taking their jobs or staying here longer than 90 days. They don't want to see all these people coming in that aren't in their approved country list from overstaying their visa and staying in the U.S. There obviously people could argue there are racial reasons, there could be cultural reasons, whatever reason. Politically, voters will not be okay allowing people to take their jobs coming to the U.S. Because think about it, UK, France, people have a lot of jobs there, they work there, they're less likely to come here and immigrate to the U.S. because they have great economic opportunities in their own country. They're going to come here the same way someone in India would. That's just how it is. So that's the political situation. So there is no way we're going to see Brazil, India, Mexico, Colombia ever added to the U.S. Visa Waiver Program. They will have to take a tourist visa to come here for the foreseeable future.